Hi-de-ho everyone, my name's Mr. Fruit and welcome to reading your nice comments. Yeah, a few weeks ago I did a reading your hate comments and this one is a total 180. Now that hate comment that I was talking about, if you haven't seen it, feel free to, I'm sure there's an annotation or something somewhere. The support was ridiculous. I didn't make the video intending, as like a cry for attention or support. It was merely to entertain and just sort of take the hate head on and show you guys you don't have to worry about like hate in life. It's gonna happen. Things are gonna come up, but take it in stride. It's not that bad, but you guys were crazy supportive and it flattered me. I spent so long reading through all the comments and all the support, and it meant so much to me. I think we had over like 11,000 comments of just you guys supporting me and the channel and coming together, and that was really cool to see. And as Kale Morton here says, Mr. Fruit, make a video of all the positive comments from this video. Oh, Kale, I'm way ahead of you. That's what I'm doing right now. Now, real quick though, I do want to say all the comments were awesome. I forgot to screen grab a lot of them, and it was really hard to choose which ones to put in because I didn't want to feel like anyone was left out or anything, but these were just sort of some nice comments. I picked some that I really liked, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Will Bolton says, block out the haters, Mr. Fruit. You the best. Oh, thank you, Will, and I think I'll take your advice. Whoopsh, whoopsh, whoopsh. Blocked. Danny Nagel quaintly puts it, hashtag soothing voice. Ah, yeah. You like that voice, don't you? Well, here, why don't you go to bed, do it. Here, let me tuck you in with my words. Alright, so listen here. Get into bed. Oh, yeah. This is getting weird. I don't know why. Well, I'm glad you think I have a soothing voice. Boxing Therapy says, how could someone hate Mr. Fruit? This guy's entertaining, brings a twist to watching gameplay. One-ups all day for Mr. Fruit. Well, thank you for your one-ups, Boxing Therapy, and I'm glad that comes across in the gameplay. I know it's not your usual gameplay commentary and what a lot of people have come to know, but it's Mr. Fruit's touch on it. It's the fruity touch. I like to just keep things positive, energetic, all that sort of stuff, and I'm glad that seems to come across in my videos. King Pack 71. I would drop out of college too if I found something that I love to do and be successful with it. In parentheses, in this case, Mr. Fruit making YouTube videos. At the end of our lives, it doesn't matter what you did with your life. What matters is, did you enjoy what you did with your life? And that's well put. It definitely matters what you did, or rather what you did enjoy in life rather than what you did. When you look back at it, it won't necessarily be the accomplishments. It'll be how it made you feel, the emotions, what it was like in that time, and what kept with you. And what you'll take away most from anything in life is the emotional part of it. You don't want to look back at it and be like, ugh, I hated that time. I spent so much, I wasted this, I wasted that. Rather, it should be, I enjoyed this. Maybe I didn't have all this X or this Y, whatever you might be shooting for, but at the end of the day, maybe you just enjoyed it. Maybe you just had fun with it, And so, I'm glad that you can support me and see that that's what I'm doing with YouTube right now. Who knows where it'll go? Who knows when it'll end? But at the end of the day, I'm having fun. So, Alejandra Garcia says, I love you. Me? Oh, thank you. That means so much to me. Did that seem sarcastic? I didn't mean to be. I appreciate your love. I want to love somebody. Callum Smith says, just ignore the haters, Mr. Fruit. You're a great YouTuber and growing really quick, and keep up the great work. Hashtag Fruit Nation. Thank you very much for your kind words and support, Callum. I'm going to keep doing my thing, and I will do my best to keep up the great work just for you. Clayton says, when I saw the title, I was excited to watch. I've personally never seen any hate comments towards you. Hopefully you were excited to watch for the right reasons, but I saw a similar theme in a lot of comments that people were surprised. They're like, wait, people hate on Mr. Fruit? And just the fact that so many people agreed with that statement meant a lot. It means that we've got a great community. No one really seems to see hate or anything like that. We have generally a positive community, and we have fun here. And that's what I like to see. I'm glad I've created that. Timothy Van Wy says, Mr. Fruit, you are not annoying as W. Koopy says, you are a pine cone. Cameron Hyatt says, nah, Fruit, you're a funny man. Deja Vu says, popularity comes with a heavy price, Mr. Fruit. Unfortunately, Mr. Fruit, you can't please everyone, but what's most important is you have an audience who enjoys your content and continues to support your channel through countless views and new subscriptions. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Deja Vu, and I think you have a really good point. There's a TED Talk on this, but I can't remember it. But the gist is, the people, in this case, you know, the haters or whatever, they're out in the crowd. Let's say I'm in a stadium, right? They're out in the crowd. I'm the person in the arena. You know, I'm putting myself out there, putting myself out for everyone to see, laying everything on the line. So yeah, it's easy for, you know, someone out in the audience to say something like that, say something mean or try and put me down. But at the end of the day, they're not the ones in the arena with me. They're not the ones putting themselves out there like I do. And so, yeah, maybe I don't do the best this, maybe I don't do the best that, but at the end of the day, I'm still willing to put that out there. And that can't be said for a lot of the other people. Now, it is important to note though, so like, let's say there was some criticism, right? It's good to take from the audience, but what really matters too is the people in the arena with me. Those are the people that, like, so some big YouTuber comes to me and he's like, hey man, I think, okay, well, that's, all right, that has a little more validity to it because they know where I'm coming from. They're in the same situation. They put themselves out there. Not to say you guys are, like, all like that or something, but, you know, to the sense that, yeah, they have something going on. At the end of the day, anyone hating, they're either projecting something in their own life, they're upset about something, or perhaps they're just a troll. You know, there are people like that, but it's the internet. Point is, yeah, you know, I'm out there. I put myself out there. And it doesn't always pay off, but I'm proud of myself for doing it. And I'm not ashamed to say that. Legit USA says, I always find your videos hilarious and entertaining. Well, Legit USA, I'm glad you find them hilarious and entertaining, and that I can provide such emotions and other stuff to you with my videos. Not so much my words, apparently. Christian Lampley says, I'm surprised people hate this guy. Yeah, what the heck, man? I think I'm pretty likable. I don't see what I've done to actually, like, offend someone so much that they could, like, actually hate me. Hopefully I haven't done that. Maybe I have, I don't know. But for the most part, it's just superficial stuff, and they're obviously butthurt about something else. And by the way, I like your name. MPD 2202 says, the white, mildly Morgan Freeman. Now, make no mistake, this isn't a hate comment. As far as I'm concerned, that's a compliment. I will take that. If that is what I'm compared to, I mean, that is like a thank you. I'm honored. NG4's Grin says, I've watched Mr. Fruit before he got popular. Love the vids and don't stop. Sometimes just listening to your videos help me get through a day when I need a good laugh. I think that's probably what I shot for the most. It doesn't always have to be that I have to be the most entertaining, the most funny, none of that stuff, just that I could be an outlet for people. Because I think I've mentioned this a few times, that's what YouTube was to me a few years ago, an outlet. I would use it in the same way it seems that he would use it. I would use it that, you know, to sometimes escape reality or forget about things or just remember that I can laugh or have fun with things. And so the fact that now I can do that for other people, yeah, it's humbling. Bay the Wiggler says, I always see Mr. Fruit as a fine wine. You gotta acquire a taste for him at first, and eventually you just start to enjoy it. Alright, so I think this one's a backhanded compliment, but a compliment nonetheless, so I will take it. Thank you very much. I would disagree about the wine part. I don't think I'd ever acquire a taste for it, but I don't think I'm making a good case for myself, so I love fine wine. Supersonic Toaster says, sometimes when YouTubers get bigger, they don't always get better. You, my sir, have proven that wrong. You have advanced beyond belief. Keep it up, Mr. Fruit. Thank you very much. To hear something like that definitely means a lot, and because you see that with a lot of people, and granted, some of the complaints is people are always like, oh, I remember back when he was so much smaller, he was so much different and better, and all that sort of stuff, but I'm glad to see you think the contrary, and personally, I think so too. I think I've become more comfortable with who I am on YouTube, the content I create, everything from this to that, and so I think, from my standpoint, when I look at it, I've pretty much just excelled from where I was in every aspect. So I think that's just a case of oversaturation of some people, or perhaps just a change in taste, you know? Maybe when they first started watching, that was the content they want. Maybe right now they want something a little bit different. I can't give everything. I certainly try. But yeah, it happens and there's nothing I can do about it. But I'm glad you think I'm getting better. TX Skill says, you literally have the best voice. You could be a radio host. You mean like for 89.6, The Wolf. How, bringing you all the next game music with rock. That's all we play, rock. How? I don't know about the radio. Jason Vi, I love you, Mr. Fruit. Just go you and be yourself. You know what, Jason? I'm gonna go and be me. I'm gonna do me, as long as you promise to go do you. Don't live your life trying to be someone you're not, or trying to achieve to be something. Accept who you are, realize that that's cool, you're unique, there's no one else like you, and go forward. Go forward and pioneer, my friend. Lord Vlad the Rad says, subscribe. It takes balls to read your own hate comments. Love you, Mr. Fruit. Keep up the good work. Thank you. So, I guess he subscribed for my balls. Okay. I mean, hey, whatever. No, but seriously, thank you very much. And I'm glad you see it like that. I certainly think sometimes you just gotta take the bull by the horns and hump it into submission. Dodgeball. It's a great movie. Not my quote. Probably not the best way to put this either. Point is, I think sometimes, you just take things head on and take them in strides. People are gonna hate, people are gonna complain, but as long as I'm ahead of it and it doesn't get to me as much, I think that's what's important. Gotta put it in perspective, Like I said, I make a hate comments video, but then I get 11,000 comments showing me a ton of love. And that's when it really puts in perspective, like, you guys are pretty awesome. Okay, so I think I got the numbers mixed up. I just double checked because it sounded weird. So there wasn't 11,000 comments. There's only 6,300. Ugh, guys, come on, you're slacking. No, but seriously, still amazing support. It was the likes, which we've now passed 12,000 likes, which I think that's like probably one of my most liked videos, which is insane. And again, you guys' support is crazy. Vicky Ramos says, it's sad that people try to bring you down by insulting you and such. You're honestly a great person and I can see that you've sacrificed a lot to create content for us. Some people should be grateful. TBH. I love you, Christian, and I'm sure everyone in Fruit Nation does too. Thank you very much for your kind words, Vicky. And I know perhaps doing this video and reading it like this makes me sound condescending, or, well, maybe not condescending. Make me feel like I have a big ego, or I'm just trying to show off and talk about myself. That's not the point. I'm trying to highlight you guys and your support. I'm not trying to sit here and be like, I'm the best. I'm so great. Yeah, love me. No, that's definitely not the goal. Hopefully that's not what you get from this video. Point is, it's stuff like this. And the fact that you can see beyond the content too, that I'm just a person trying to do this. And so you can understand whether you know of it or not, the stuff I've had to sacrifice. And I have sacrificed a lot. And I will continue, will continue to sacrifice stuff and do things behind the scenes just to be able to make this possible for all of you guys, because you guys are what keeps me pushing, and seeing comments like this warms my heart. Now here's a nice comment from River Ross. This was actually a couple months ago, but I screenshotted it just because I liked it so much, and so I thought I'd throw it in here. Christian, I use your first name to convey the lack of a goofy tone, not to act personal or creepy. I get ya. I just have to say that I admire all of the effort that you put into this video. You put out a near 3 KD gameplay using a gun that goes against the meta while simultaneously and shamelessly providing entertainment that suits your returning viewers as well as a newcomer just looking for a review of this gun, as well as providing info for experienced and beginner players. Thank you for staying true to form, and here's to me, one more fan showering you in compliments that by now have become indecipherable after you've received so much well-earned positive feedback. Stay fruity. Now what a nice comment that is. And no, it's not indecipherable or anything. I noticed it. I did so much I took it. I love seeing this kind of stuff. And yeah, sometimes, you see a lot of support and then you see a lot of the hate. And the hate's easier to focus on. But I try not to. I try and look at the support and see, sure, maybe this guy doesn't, but this guy really appreciates what I do. And the fact too, this was obviously a Destiny video, but he totally gets what I do, because a lot of people, especially with Destiny videos, are like, what am I watching? Or people who don't enjoy the channel, like, I don't see the appeal here. I'm trying to do a lot at once. I mean, it's hard. Like he was saying, I'm trying to review a gun, but not a review a gun. Do well, but can't really. Be entertaining, but also informative. And it's a hard balance, but I don't know. Just seeing that, and I didn't have to tell him that's what I was going for. He just got that from the video. And so to me, that speaks words about what I'm hopefully able to do here, because I mean, it seems to be coming across pretty well. Josh Hoop says, Mr. Fruit, apple emoji. You are my favorite YouTuber ever, and you make me laugh so much. Don't let the haters hurt your feelings ever. Stand strong like a coconut, Mr. Fruit. And a lot of fruit emojis. The fruit emojis were a nice touch. I appreciate that. Repping the Fruit Nation. And I also appreciate the fact that you were able to you took the time to comment that and let me know, hey, you got my support. Don't listen to those nerds. Which, that's always, I actually got this question recently, and I always thought about it myself. People are like, you always call people nerds, but aren't you a nerd? Yeah, I don't actually mean it. I mean, I'm totally a nerd. Nerd's just sort of a joking word I always use to poke at my friends. I don't actually think a nerd is a bad word, or like, I don't try and use it negatively. I think nerds are great. I'm a nerd. What up? That was random, but I thought I'd throw that in there. Jesse says, I don't understand all the hate. What do you guys get out of it? Mr. Fruit is doing something he loves, and he has over 500,000 subscribers to show all the love he is getting. His content is great. He's a genuinely funny guy, and most importantly, he's doing something he loves to do. Keep it up, Mr. Fruit. Love your videos, and I love your comment, Jesse. Thank you very much, not only for your support and letting people know that obviously something's working, maybe not as much as, like PewDiePie. I don't have 43 million, but I have enough of a following that some people enjoy what I do here, and that also means that then empowers me to keep doing what I love. And I think that's a common trend here, is that you guys can see I love doing this, and I love doing this, and I'm happy to love doing this and continue doing this, and it's your support, and it's like a self-fulfilling circle. You know what I mean? Kawaii Narwhal says, hate comment. God, Narwhal, we talked about this. You can't go being so vitriolic. Is that a word? I thought I heard that somewhere once. I'm gonna Google that. Hold on. Look at me pulling out this diction. Vitriol. Filled with bitter criticism or malice. Wow. Look at me using big words today. Anyway, get rid of that hate, you nerd. I don't want to see that here. I'm just kidding. You're too cute to be mad at. Oh, stop it. The Chinchilla Army says, your face makes me smile. I don't know what it is about my face that would make you smile, but thank you. I'm glad that it doesn't make you frown, that's for sure. Travis Campbell asks, it was the wonky voice that first got my attention. I'd always assumed he was a morbidly obese gay guy, though. Not the hipster chihuahua I saw today. Still, subscribed. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is just a taste of the comments I got on that hate video. If you want to go check them out for yourself, head to the video, go into the comment section, and just see the love you guys poured out for me. And that means so much to me. It really does. The fact that I didn't have to do that, I didn't have to ask for it, rather, and you guys went ahead and did that for me. It means a lot, and it definitely can get hard doing this and, staying positive with everything, but you guys make it easy with all your support. So thank you very much for continuing to support me in what I do, for spreading the channel, staying true to who you are, hopefully, and allowing me to stay true to who I am. Even when I fail with English and sometimes stumble upon my words or say things in the wrong order. You know what? You guys still love me, and that means a lot. So don't just take this as a video about me trying to boost my ego or show off or something. Not the point. If anything, I want to help empower you guys with this video. Look at all this love and affection you guys give to me. Put that into something else as well. Don't think that it's impossible to attain your dreams. I never thought I'd be here, that's for sure. But I am. A lot of that's thanks to you guys. So if you guys can let me get here and allow me to get here, think of what you could do with your own life. I'm sure you could do endless possibilities. So at the end of the day, if you're doing something, you're feeling down, you just don't feel like it's working, or nobody's supporting you, I can tell you without a doubt, you've got one person behind your back, and that's me. Not like a creepy way. I'm not like whoop, but like woo. So to end the rambling, thank you very much for all your love. I don't think I deserve all of this, but you guys make me feel special, and that goes beyond what you could ever imagine. So have yourself a fantastic day. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you in the next one. Farewell.